everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs. In today's video, I have a new file for you. This is perfect for Mother's Day, Easter, spring, birthday, friendship, garden, so many uses. It is the Pansy gift bag, and I am so excited to share it with you today. So let's just jump right in and go ahead and get started. I'll show you the pieces that come with it, and we will get it assembled. So first off, you have 3 pansies. You have 2 smaller ones and a larger one. And each pansy comes with 3 pieces. And I will show those to you as we assemble it. And then you have some leaves. You have a double leaf and a single leaf in the large size. And then you have 2 single leaves and 2 double leaves in the smaller size. We're just going to set those aside. Next up, you have 3 small accent flowers. And I cut mine out of a lighter purple, but you could do them out of any color that you want. And then they have 3 centers. And I cut those out of yellow. And they are kind of small pieces, but they will work really well. And they'll cut really well out of your machine. And then we have the fern. It's a single piece. We have the scalloped lattice. And we have the box. So let's start with our box. The first thing we're going to want to do is score everything. So we're just going to score everything down towards the table or away from us. So there's a score line there. There's a score line on the bottom. There's score lines on the 2 bottom tabs. And then there are 2 score lines on the side. Now before you assemble this, before you glue this all together and assemble it, I would glue as much on as we can just so while it's flat. So while that is laying down flat, we're going to take our lattice piece, our scalloped lattice, and we're going to just glue the edges, and then in a couple of spots in the middle. Don't worry about getting all of those little pieces. You don't need to. As long as your edges are down and you've got it in a couple spots, you're going to be good. I'm just going to flip this over, and the way that I've designed it is the holes should poke out through the lattice. And there's a little bit of a shadow behind it or edge around it. So you're just going to kind of play with it until you get the look that you like. And then go ahead and press it down flat. Okay, let's take our single fern and put some glue on it. And you're probably going to want to glue where the fatter leaves are and maybe on the top. Some of those pieces are super skinny, so don't worry about getting every little leaf. And then we're just going to put it on our box so that it's in the lower left-hand corner and it's not hanging over the sides where the folds are. Okay, does that make sense? Like that? Okay. Now, before I do my flowers and glue them on, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the box at this point. So what I'll do is I'm going to put tape on the tabs. So on this outside tab here, and I did it twice because it's a pretty wide tab. And then on the bottom tab. And then if you need to, you can flip it over and you're going to put it on this bottom tab and on the outside edge again of that last tab. I hope that made sense. I will show you what I did. So I have glue on this outside tab and this outside tab, and then glue on the 2 tabs on the bottom. So we're going to turn those 2 bottom tabs up and fold the sides over it first and get a nice crisp corner, and you want the bottom to be even so that it sits flat. Do that on both sides. Then we can fold those tabs in on the side and bring up the back and just line it up. Do one side at a time. Line it up and press it. And then this side, line it up and press it. And if you need to lay it down on the table and stick your hand in there or a ruler or something to get that nice and firm. Okay, you can tie this together. I have 2 holes here that line up, so you can tie it as with a bow, which is what I'm gonna do. Or you could make it like a real bag and do a handle here and a handle in the back, whichever you prefer. Okay, let's go ahead and assemble our flowers next. So the pansies have 3 pieces. They have this inside spider piece, and then they have a solid color and a half of another color. So I did mine in the purple and the yellow, which is the most common color for pansies, but you could do red and pink, or you could do the same color, just do a darker and a lighter color. All you're going to do is add glue to the back of this yellow piece, which would be your lighter color, and then just match it up to one side. Then we're going to put a drop of glue right in the middle, and that is where that center piece is going to go. And these center pieces, even though they're small, and the same with the accent flowers, your machine will not have any problem cutting them out. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this next one. And you'll notice that I can put it here or I can flip it over here. Doesn't matter where you're going to put that yellow piece, it will match up. I've cut it that way, designed it that way, so that it will match up, if you get it matched up. If you get it lined up. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and add that little accent piece. Or centerpiece. Then we have the large one, so we're going to do the same thing with it. And I said on another video that these look so pretty when they're shaded with either some ink or the distressing crayons is what I use, and it just really, they just really pop and are so pretty when you have inked them up. There's our 3 pansies. I'm going to add the little center pieces to my accent flowers. And I am using a pickup tool. You could also use a pair of tweezers, or you can just pick them up with your fingers. I have a hard time picking those little pieces up, but so I like this pickup tool. And then you have your leaves as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my large flower, and I am actually going to get a little bit of glue, foam tape. You don't have to use foam tape. If you would want to just glue it right there, you can. But let's start with our larger flower. And we're going to put it right in the center of the fern. And it doesn't matter which direction you turn it, it works. Now I'm going to glue on my leaves underneath it. So I think I'll put one right there. And I think I'll take the single one and put it down towards the bottom. I think that looks good. Okay, so now I have my 2 smaller pansies. And you can foam dot those if you want to, or you can just glue them directly on. I'm going to glue them right on, but I'm only going to put glue right in the center so that I can add my leaves underneath as I just decide I want them. And I'm kind of turning them so the purple isn't all facing the same way, or the yellow isn't all facing the same way. And then we have our leaves. We can add our leaves to it and just slide them underneath. Oops, that came off, so I stick my hand in there to give it something to grab hold of. And my smaller leaf, the single leaf. Again, there's no wrong or right way to put this on here. You decide how you like it and what looks good to you. And if you don't want all the leaves, don't add all the leaves. Now we're going to add our accent flowers. I'm going to put one right over here, kind of hidden in there. And maybe I'll put the third one right up there. All right, what do you think? How does that look? So pretty. Okay, let's take a length of ribbon. And you would fill this up with your candy or your jewelry, your small gift, a gift card. And we're just going to take that through there. Run it through here. And again, you could just do it so that it had handles and make it a real bag. I'm going to tie mine closed. With a pretty bow. And this was just some ribbon I happen to have on hand. But you can use anything. I think I will tie that as a double knot to begin with to kind of hold it. And then just the bow. Trim it up. These are not the best scissors. And isn't that such a fun little box? Mother's Day, birthday, so many uses for this. This would go really well with the Pansy box card or the Pansy card set, which I have, and I am doing a video on it next. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Please give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe down below, and have a great day.